What is something you hate that most people love? Taylor Swift. Quite overrated. My wife loves her and will defend her at any chance. Seems like she has developed a cult-like fan base. Some of her songs are okay and enjoyable, but nothing worth spending my money on. Avocados. I don't hate them, but def overrated. Going clubbing. This. I have no interest in spending a shitload of money and hassle of it all just to not be able to hear one another. Small talk. It's like a verbal placeholder for people who are too afraid of silence. If we're not going to say something meaningful, why say anything at all? My mother-in-law can't stand silence. I don't mind small talk in general, but it usually at least can evolve into a more in-depth conversation. I don't think my mother-in-law is capable of in-depth conversation. To be fair to her, though, she might have undiagnosed autism. Star Wars. Hate is maybe too strong, but what is the fuss about? There are so much better fantasy and sci-fi stories. As a lifelong Star Wars fan who is completely burnt out on the franchise, George Lucas tapped into something foundational in a lot of children. Those children grew up. At least their bodies got bigger. Not sure about the minds. And they haven't forgotten the love for Star Wars, or the ideal of it. There were also really cool comics, books, games before Disney that got people like me to stay invested in the universe. But if you don't get the fuss, completely understand. It's tiring nowadays for a multitude of reasons. I will say, if you haven't, check out Andor. It is one of the best things the franchise has ever put out in its entire history. I absolutely hate karaoke. Watching my friends sing off key is painful enough, but then they want me to join in? No thanks. I have done musical theater and voice lessons through my teen years into college, and I still have always hated karaoke. It's the worst. TikTok. People make fun of influencers all the time, but I see a lot of trends and marketing go through them, and it seems to work really well. I can't stand them. Fast food, Uber Eats. Can't understand why people waste money to eat something with too many calories multiple times a week. Sports betting. I've seen a huge trend on a lot of guys in my family and friends start using betting apps recently, and I can't help but feel like this could end bad for them. Never really noticed it being that bad before. Coffee! It's fun to come in here and accost people that don't like the same things you do. Having said that, coffee is great, and you suck. I'd say I have a bit of a distaste for reality TV. While many people enjoy the drama and escapism, I find it often focuses on conflict in a way that feels unproductive. I prefer stories that inspire or uplift. Soda, especially the colored ones. I don't know why, but I feel revulsion by just looking at them. I stick to colorless sodas like Sprite and Mountain Dew. Durian. My entire family eats that except for me. Can't get past the smell. I'll never know what it actually tastes like. It actually tastes nice and creamy. If it wasn't for the smell, I'd eat it. Watching TV or movies when going to bed. Doesn't the light and sound bother you? Actually, it's the silence that bothers me. Being alone with my own thoughts is detrimental to sleep because I'm either trying to solve a problem, or imagining a solution to a problem, or I'm thinking about how lonely or how much I miss people that have come and gone from my life. I throw on Archer or something I've seen a dozen times or more, and I'm out in 5 minutes. Sleep timer takes care of the rest. Hot weather. It's all sweaty and sticky, and you constantly need more hydration. I don't get it. I live in England, so we don't get many really hot days, but I just stay inside when we do. I genuinely think a lot of people just go along with it to fit in. Most people seek cold drinks or ice cream to get a break from it. I swear no one likes it secretly. Thanks for watching. Subscribe and write in the comments what you don't like.